Shalom. With the Hebrew Israelites of the GMS Raleigh, North Carolina camp, coming back again week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of this sinful kingdom called America.
That's right.
Before we go any further, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash.
Next, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us the 100% truth of the Bible, along with the King James Bible, along with the Apocrypha. And double shalom to the brothers who come out here on the highways and byways and do these video lessons to feed the hopeful elect. All right, like we always do, we start off with the 12 tribes sign. All right. First we have Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. Levi, the so-called Haitians. Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans to Panamanians. Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. Gad, the so-called North American Indians. Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians to Chileans. Asher, the so-called Colombians to Uruguayans. And last but not least, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. If you see yourself on this sign, turn back to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and repent.
Hey, like the brother beautifully said, you know, it's time to repent. It's time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to wake up. You know, wake up to who you are as a people, you know? Because we live in the times of the end. We live in the times where Yahushai is going to make his second return. Who is Yahushai? Yahushai is the only begotten Son, the true name of the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father. Yeah.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Yeah, 2nd Ezra 9:1. It said that knowing the time. Now you gotta realize what times we are living in. You know, we're living in deadly serious times. We are not living in the times where you can tarry all day, where you can sit back, you know, in the shade sipping some lemonade, you know, relaxing all day, you know, and then in tarrying when it comes to seeking the Lord. Now is the time to seek the Lord. Every day is a day closer for when Yahushua will make his second return. Every day is a day closer for the prophets of the voice of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua be taken off these streets.
You know, that's a good point that you made, because a lot of our people are saying that, you know, this message has been going on a long time ago. Why is it so imperative that I seek the Lord now? What do you see that I don't see? You know, Lord's will, you know, brother, we're going to go into it. What, Romans 9 first?
2nd Ezra 9.
The 2nd Ezra is 9 and 1.
You got Romans 9?
No.
Okay,
That's what I meant.
just make sure.
Yeah. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Yeah, the scriptures talk about in the last days, perilous times shall come. You look up that definition for perilous, it means dangerous, evil times will come. And before these things come to pass, the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who the world English calls God and Jesus Christ, will come out and warn the people about these things. Would tell you that famine is going to come. Would tell you that there's going to be more earthquakes in diverse places. There are going to be more evictions. Yeah, upwards of the people. These things are only the beginning, you know? Different pestilence. Things are going to hypen up even more, and you have to measure the times. You have to measure the times by what the Bible is saying.
That's right.
Do you see upwards of the people? Do you see different pestilence? They're talking about locusts and swarms, you know, that are consuming crops up to 35,000 people. That 35,000 people can eat, you know, in a matter of minutes. These are the signs and wonders that we're supposed to be measuring that is linking up the second coming of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua.
That's right. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass,
And there it is. You got to be doing it diligently. You got to be constantly on your watch, because you don't know when Yahweh Shai is going to make his second return. You know.
Chapter 9, verse 1, it says, from the top, that last part. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
And how are you going to see part of the signs pass? By you watching.
Yep.
You know, and as, you know, the Lord set up his watchmen, and his watchmen are not only going to watch for the prophecies, they're going to come out here and tell you about them. You know? Go ahead.
Yep. It says, reading on 2 Ezra 9 and 2, it says, and then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time. It's like it, bro. Water, bro. Nah, let these in there. It's like it. Chapter 9, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. That's right, man. Yep. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 2. It reads, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, exactly, because you've woken up. You've gotten out that fog that America is trying to cover over the truth. You see what is really going on in the world, you know? How this devil is trying to lock everything down. Who's the devil? The devil is the so-called white man, according to the Bible, you know? Esau,
right.
Edom.
That's their biblical nationality.
That's right.
We all have one. It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people and the world.
And these are some of the signs that you should be watching for. This is how you're going to measure the time. The Bible is the measuring stick. The Lord is telling you, when thou shalt see earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which we're seeing now. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, then, verse 4, 2 Ezra 9 and 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
You guys Isaiah 42 and 9? It says, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those things that were before thee, even from the beginning. Because his Bible predates everything, you know? The words of Yahweh Shemel Shai was written, his will, which was then manifested into the scriptures, was before. You know, Yahweh Shemel Shai already had a plan for these things. You got it?
It's Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
So look, you know, that's what behold means. Look, the former things are come to pass, you know? Us going into hardcore slavery on cargo slave ships, us discontinuing from our heritage, us losing the names of Yahweh Shemel Shai and then regaining them, us standing upon our feet again, us being reawoken to this truth. These things have come to pass, and new things do we declare, like the different uproars of the people, the earthquakes in diverse places. These are the signs of the times showing how close we are to the end.
I got something, guys. Okay. This is something we're claiming the Spirit is coming to. It's Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And that word woe means death and destruction. You know, that's representing the World Wars I and World War II. You know, and the Bible speaks of a third woe, where even great mourning and sorrow is going to come, and that's going to be in the form of World War III. These are some of the things that we have. Bible,
Right.
and those things came to pass, how much more with the same promise, the same word of promise, World War III is going to come to pass. And it's going to end in a nuclear destruction to destroy America.
That's right.
St. John.
Hold that. We'll bring St. John out after we go back to Romans.
It's okay.
Yeah, that was it all of them.
Okay. There's Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Can you get that? God, it said now, and that knowing the time, we just broke down to, some of the times that we are living in. You know, we are in the times of the end when Yahweh Shai will make his second return.
That's right.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
So everything is good. You know, the Lord has purposed everything to be good in this time, in this season. You know? Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. A time to rend and a time to sow.
Go ahead.
A time to keep silent and a time to speak.
So now is not the time to keep silence. Now is the time to speak, to declare on to our people and to the rest of the nations what the will of Yahweh by Shema Shai really is. You know? To tell you how things are really going to go down. Moab is not going to be the next in the rulership. You know? Esau is not going to be able to establish his new world order. The wicked of our people are not going to be able to continue to prince around here in America doing whatever they want every day. You know? We're here to declare unto you what the will of Yahweh by Shema Shai is, and his will is to destroy America with 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles.
That's right.
The scriptures talk about how the Lord has opened his armory, you know? Keep reading.
Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate.
Now, a time to love and a time to hate. So all the hate that's going on in the world right now, this is the time for it. This is what the Lord wants. This is perfect in the eyes of the Lord, you know? The Lord wants all of these all this hate going on, all these so-called racial tensions, you know? Really, it's just their opinions are divided, you know? Everyone is for themselves. They're not even for their own people. People are for themselves first.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love and a time to hate.
Here it is. These people have rallied behind the spirit of love, but really it's the spirit of hate, you know? Good.
A time of war and a time of peace.
A time of war and a time of peace. War must come before peace can, you know?
Right.
So World War III has to come to pass. World War III has to happen for righteousness to be established on the earth. Get Proverbs 29 and 2. One of your brothers. Yeah, 29 and 2. But you got a thing called the 1%, you know? Where 1% of the earth holds a majority of the world's wealth. You know? That's wicked. Go ahead.
This, you got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
So if this was a righteous kingdom, if those gutter rats out there in the land of Israel were the true Israelites, then the people in the world would be rejoicing. You know? The world wouldn't have HIV. There wouldn't be AIDS everywhere. There wouldn't be, you know, people, bombs in the streets of America. That wouldn't be a thing.
That's right.
Read it again from the top.
This is Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
So this is how you know the righteous are not in authority. You know? The wicked are in authority.
That's right.
It's that when the righteous are in authority, when the nation of Israel, you know, starting with Yahweh Shai and the rest of the governing body is in authority, the people on the earth are going to be rejoicing. You know? There isn't going to be any more war. There isn't going to be any more upwards of the people, you know? Things are going to be ran under the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible. You know, true and righteous judgment is going to go forth.
It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
But when the wicked bear rule, when the wicked is in power, the people mourn, you know? So this tells you that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked, you know? This man putting chemtrails in the air, he has fluoride in the water, you know, and this devil has an excuse for everything. Now they're saying they have to put pesticides in the air to combat these locusts. To combat these locusts. Pesticides in the air. You know, this devil is one-dimensional. You know, he doesn't think about the repercussions after he does these things.
Right.
You know, you got GMO foods,
That's right.
which when those seeds are sown in the earth, you can't put a regular seed there anymore. You know, you have to continually grow GMOs, the same type of GMO seed there now. See, that's why this devil has to be taken out of power.
If we can get 16, drop down to 16.
Proverbs 29:16.
This is Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall.
And that's we're gonna see them fall, man. You know? That's the point I wanted to make. They're gonna come to a period, and that period is now where they're beginning to fall.
That's right, you know? Scriptures talk about there be 7 things will I count in my heart to be happy. And it might be 9 or 10, you know? 7, but to see the fall of your enemy, you know? The righteous are gonna see the fall of this devil, you know? And that's what we're watching for. We're watching for the prophecy to see this devil and he's getting taken out of power. Yahweh Shema Shai is working these last days for us. Oh, yeah, come on. Get that St. John 5.
So, St. John chapter 5, verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Meaning, truly, truly, this is Yahweh Shai speaking. You know, this is our Lord speaking. Go ahead.
The hour is coming, and now is.
You see, the hour is coming, and now is the time. Go ahead.
When the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of the Most High, and they that hear shall live.
Yeah. Read it again.
All right. St. John 5:25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Man, the Son of the Most High, and they that hear shall live.
Yeah, that's why the Lord speaks about those with ears to hear. You know, it talks about the dead. You know, our people are spiritually dead. You know. Yeah.
Proverbs 21:16. It reads, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, you know, this man is lost, you know. The gospel of Yahweh Shema Shai has been hid from this guy. So he's wandering out of the way. He's no longer on the path that leadeth unto life. This man is on the path that leadeth unto the destruction, the broad gate. You know, could you get that? Matthew the 7th chapter. Finish that, bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 Thessalonians 3:8. For now we live if we stand fast in the Lord.
So now we live if we stand fast in the Lord, you know? The things that thou hast been taught, continue in them. You know? Continue in the things that Yahweh Shema Shai through his teachers have taught you. You know? Continue on that straight and narrow path, the path of difficulty. Because things are only going to get harder. So what? You got to be more in tune with the Spirit. Read that, bro. Again, St. John 5:25.
This is St. John chapter 5, verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of the Most High, and they that hear shall live.
Yeah, and they that hear shall live. Yes, St. John 6:63.
St. John 6.
Oh, you already there?
Yeah.
Love it, bro. Because this word is what brings us to life, you know? And the voice of the Lord, the prophets. Okay?
St. John 6, verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing.
So it's the spirit that quickeneth. The spirit is these words. The words that the Lord has put on this men to come out here and speak unto you. Look at that word quickeneth. It means to make alive. So it's these words which are allowing us to stand upon our feet, you know, in great boldness against the face of our enemies, you know, and chant them down, you know, tell them that they're going out of power. And these words that we are speaking have power because we're speaking it in the name of the Lord. Okay?
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life.
The words that we are speaking unto you, they are spirit and they are life, you know? They have the power to rejuvenate you, you know, to wake you up so you can see what time you actually living in. Anyone there? Count. You got precept?
Ephesians 2:1. And you have he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Yeah, he quickened us, you know, through his spirit. He's made us, we are now those lively stones again, you know? We have been quickened. We have been made alive. We no longer have that carnal mind state to do as thou will, you know? It said that we're once dead in trespasses of sin, right?
That's right.
Because sin leadeth on to death. You know, the wages of sin are death. So our people live in that lifestyle to do whatever they want under the lies and shadow of America, you know, is going to lead to their death, you know? But now Yahweh Shai, the true light, has come into the world, you know? Just see John 1:9.
This is Ephesians 2:2. It says, wherein times past you walked according to the course of this world.
According to the course of this world, you know? According to the fashion that this world promotes. What does this world promote? It promotes sodomy. It promotes, here this whole COVID-19 thing is going on, and they're saying, what do they need to do? They need to have the kids go back to school. How does that make any sense? You know? Here it is, when there's any type of disease going on, what were the two factors? Who are the main two components that are at risk? The elderly and the kids. You know? Here it is, because they don't really care about, you know, this generation right here. They can simply kill off all the parents and raise these kids up how they want them to be raised, you know, as their sheeple, as their slaves.
This is Ephesians 2:2. Where in times past you walked according to the course of this world.
You know, in times past, you know, we walked according to the course of this world.
Yep.
You know, Jake smoking weed all day, eating abominable foods, you know, lusting after the next man's woman, you know, and then going after your lust, you know,
Yep.
and many other things. Go ahead.
Yep, it reads on. According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Yeah, and that's the undesirables, you know. That's why I told you in 2 Corinthians 6:17, come ye out from among them and be ye separate. You gotta separate yourselves from these people. You gotta, you know what I was saying in the word, you gotta elevate. In order to elevate, you gotta separate. You know? And what allows us to elevate is this knowledge. You know, knowing the Lord, knowing what's really about to go down. You know, and preparing our minds for this time of Jacob's trouble. You got anything?
No.
Come on.
Well, yeah, that Matthew 24:36.
Come on. You got what you got?
St. John 1:9.
Yeah.
So what was the first John?
St. John.
St. John. It's St. John chapter 1 verse 9. That was the true light.
The St.
which lighteth every man that cometh into the world.
Go ahead.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him.
Yeah, he was in the world, and the world was made by him. This is Yahweh Shai. Here it is, the Heavenly Father sent his only begotten Son down, you know, which created all things that we see, him and the elect, the multitude of the angels, you know, that were before the earth was created. The earth was made by him, and the world knew him not, you know. Those are the 2/3. His own people didn't even know him, you know. And if they knew the Lord, they would have understood his ways. That's why when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he said, if you were Abraham's seed, you would do the works of Abraham.
Right.
You know, that's how they didn't know him. They didn't know him by his works. Many works Yahweh Shai did, and our people still rejected him, you know, because they are after the works of the devil, you know. Keep reading. Start from verse 10.
Yeah. This is 1 John. This is St. John chapter 1, verse 10. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not.
And the world knew him not, you know? His own people didn't know him, you know? And how do you know the Lord? By keeping his ways, by keeping his commandments, having faith, you know? That's a big one, having faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, your creator, trusting in him. This is how our people didn't know him. They didn't have any faith to believe in the works. Okay?
It says, verse 11, he came unto his own, and his own received him not.
See, he came onto his own, just as we are coming onto our own, and our own is not receiving us. You know, same thing with our Lord. Nothing has changed. What do you think is going to happen to those that rejected the Lord? You know, now that all power has been given unto him, in earth and in heaven, you know? What do you think is going to happen to those guys? Do you think that you're going to be able to scot-free, you know, and keep dwelling on the earth? No, they're not, you know? They're back today, and they're back on the earth to receive their judgment.
This is St. John 1 and 11. He came unto his own, and his own received him not.
Go ahead.
But as many as received him, to him he gave power over the Son. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High.
Yeah, as many as received him, you know? Now Yahweh Shai is no longer on the scene. You have to receive his men, his prophets. Any more on that?
Yeah. Even to them that believe on his name.
You see, that the name is important. You have to believe on the name, you know? Those who believe on the name, those who are the children of faith, the same are the children of Abraham. You see, it's very simple.
Luke 19, 14.
Hold that real quick. Let me bring this up.
Matthew 10 and 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. That's right. So, you know, you receive what we're saying through the Spirit,
you got that.
right? Then you're receiving Yahweh Shai, man. On up to the ladder to the Most High, man. You know, but what, 2/3 of our people, they're not hearing this, man. You know? They're caught up in the fashions of this world. You know, they can't get down with this language we're speaking, man. You know? So therefore, let's read it again. Matthew 10 and 40. He that receiveth you, receiveth this word. Right? Because we're coming with the testimony and prophecy of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, coming in that spirit. It says, and he that receiveth me, receiveth him that sent me. Now, who sent the Lord? Who sent Yahweh Shai? His Father, man. You know?
You see, so our people, they have rejected the Heavenly Father. They have rejected their Creator, you know? But now, the Lord has sent his prophets once again back on the scene to tell you the same message all over again. And those who rejected the Lord then are back today rejecting him now. You know? And now it's time for judgment to happen. Now it's the time for you to receive your judgment.
This is Luke 19:14. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him.
Is that written in red?
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Luke 19:14. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, "We will not have this man reign over us."
Yeah, we would not have this man reign over us, you know? Our people didn't want Yahweh Shai to reign over them, you know, to reign over them. Any more than that? That was the point? Okay.
So that was on Matthew. We'll go back to St. John first, or you want the Ephesians?
What was in St. John again? Oh yeah, hold that.
Yeah.
St. John. You get the Ephesians first off the shot.
You want to start at 14?
Yeah.
That's Ephesians 5:14. It says, "Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepeth, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light."
You know, so the Lord is telling you to awake thou that sleepest and arise from the dead. You know? Rise from that dead state of mindset that you're in, you know? Literally rise up. Yahweh Shai is these words is what's gonna be able to elevate you out of that dead state, you know? You actually taking heed. You stop being the enemy of the Lord and start being on his side, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's very simple. Either you're going to be a friend of Yahweh Shai, and he's going to reveal unto you his secrets and his will, you know, and the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, or you are going to be a friend of this world, which is going to fight vehemently against the Lord, you know? Their whole doctrine, their whole manner of life is to fight against Yahweh Shai. And so much they are going to sin. You think it's just, you know, our people are going to be in the valley of Jehoshaphat as well, you know, in Esau's army fighting against the Lord.
Can I give you an example as well? The land back off Arise, you know, from that dead state that you're in. You see a lot of our people, especially young athletes, seeing who they're going to sign to college to, seeing who they're going to commit to. You know what I'm saying? Like that way of thinking, don't you see what's going on around you? They're stopping people from going to school, man. You know what I'm saying? Now let's say like some colleges, they're still, you know, but what? They're canceling sports activities, man. Don't you see this place is grand opening, grand closing, and shutting before your eyes? So you got to come out of that dead state thinking this place is going to still carry on and still go on, man. You know, you got Jake working out. Yeah, I got to make first string, man. You know, taking vitamins and supplements just to what? Make it to the NFL, NBA, NFL. You know, Major League Baseball. You know, you got to come out of that mindset, man. This place is about to be destroyed according to the Bible.
That's right. You know? Read Ephesians one more time.
Yeah, Ephesians 5:14. "Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light."
Yahweh Shai is going to give you that understanding.
Yep.
To realize, like the brother just said, what times we are living in.
Yep.
That, hey, America ain't going to continue on. America is on its way out. America is on its last leg, and it's tilting over. You know, and nothing's gonna be able to save it. You get that, Romans. What are you holding? Yeah. You got me No, okay.
You said Romans what?
St. John 8:12.
Yeah, I was holding that.
I don't know why I said my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. This is St. John chapter 8, verse 12. "Then spake Yahweh Shai again unto them, saying, all right, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life."
But what? our people, they love darkness rather than light. You know, our people, they don't want to come to the light. They don't want to repent. They don't want to amend their ways.
That's
you
right.
know, they want to continue on in their wickedness.
That's right.
They want to continue being a couch potato all the day long, watching TV. You know, just being comfortable here in America. You know, get on Jeremiah 3:12, Micah 2:10. And bring that Micah 2:10 out, and then we'll go into we'll get that Sirach 5:7, and then Ecclesiastes 12:1.
Jeremiah
3:12.
You want to read this one more time?
Yeah.
This is St. John 8:12. Then spake Yahweh Shai again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world.
So Yahweh Shai is the way. You know, His teaching, the way that you know, is coming straight from the heavens. You know, a higher way of living, to where you're not eating abominable foods. You know, you're not putting your hope and trust in this system, because we know a better kingdom is going to come. A kingdom where righteousness is going to reign. You know, where people are going to be rejoicing. Where you can actually breathe in fresh air. We are literally breathing in chemtrails that's breaking down our body.
Yep.
When you go and drink the water, when you go take a shower, that water is polluted, you know? The food you eat is polluted. Everything here in America is polluted, you know, and it's destroying you.
That's right.
Your body's breaking down, you know? This is the outcome of living in a kingdom that's ran by wickedness, that's ran by the man of sin.
Yep. Ran by the wicked.
The wicked.
It says, St. John chapter 8:12. It says, he that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
If you follow the Lord, you're not going to walk in darkness. You're going to know what's going on. You know? Get 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Real quick, we'll bring that out real quick. What do we got? 2 Thessalonians 1:6. I believe that's it, if I'm not mistaken. No.
No, that's not it. Yeah.
It's 1 Thessalonians 5:8.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Come on. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:8. It says, I started 7. I started 6.
Start 6. Yeah, that's it.
I started 5. Well, I started 4.
You start top.
Want to start at the top?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Now this is talking to the brethren, those who have woken up to the truth.
Yep.
Now they are watching. You know, this is why of the times and the season. Yahweh Shai already told us about the times and the seasons. You
Right.
know? And now we have woken up to the truth, and we see these things clear as day. Now we come out here and tell our people of the times and seasons, so that they may wake up and follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 2, it says, for yourselves know perfectly.
See, we know these things perfectly. Go ahead.
Yep. It says that the day of the Lord shall cometh as a thief in the night.
You know, when the thief plans to break into your house, to rob, to spoil you, he does not tell you of these things. You have to be on your watch, looking and watching for him to come. Now we are looking and watching for Yahweh Shai to make his second return. Now upon those who are not watching, he's going to come as a thief in the night. He's going to come upon you unaware. The time of Jacob's trouble is going to come upon you unaware. In a time where you think the economy is at its best. In a time where you think you are secure. That's when Yahweh Shai is going to is going to rain his fury upon you. So,
This is the devil. This image is not biblical.
That's right.
Jesus is a Negro, not a white man.
So-called black man, according to the Bible. We can read it
Jesus
for you.
is a Negro, not a white man.
So-called black man.
Where you see that?
From the tribe of Judah.
Okay.
Hey, y'all the Israelites, repent or get destroyed in this upcoming calamity.
What's up, brothers?
All right?
What's going on, man?
That's the message. Repent. Can't play with Jay, man. Jay, everything. my tongue.
You breathing?
Yeah. This is 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'll read 2 again. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall cometh as a thief in the night.
And that's a perfect example. The day of the Lord is going to come upon those jakes as a thief in the night. You know? They're not looking, they're not staying up on their watch. But the Lord set up his watchmen to come out here and warn the people. And as a watchman, you know, you watch these ancient movies, after the warning goes out, the watchman has to haul a tale as well, you know? You think the watchman just gonna stay in the city, you know? No, Yahweh Shah is gonna come back and get us with his band of angels, you know? The Lord's gonna hide us when that judgment comes. And we're gonna wait for the Lord to come back. In the time of trouble, when that evil is coming, we are blowing the trumpet. And then when the enemies besiege the city, the Lord is going to hide us during that time. He's going to cover us.
Okay,
and there's going to be a time where reinforcements are going to come. The angels are going to come, you know, and save us from the city.
That's right. This is Matthew 24 and 42. Watch therefore, it's written in red, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come.
Yeah, you don't know when Yahweh Shah is coming back. That's why you got to be watching. You know, you gotta be watching, praying, you know, keeping the commandments, having faith, and this is what determines if you know the Lord or not. You know, giving diligence to make your calling and election sure.
That's right.
You gonna say something?
No, I was just like, I'm reading.
Oh, you got it.
You got it? Okay. Verse 43, Matthew 24 and 43. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known and what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
Yeah. So these are, at the end of the day, Jake is gonna groan. They're gonna wish that they took heed to the prophets. They're gonna wish that they continue in the faith for all the fallouts. You know, because this thing is real. You know, this thing is serious. The Lord is not playing. The Lord is really about to come back. You know, a lot of people can't fathom that, you know? They can't come to the grips with reality that America is not going to continue on forever. You good, man. You can walk there.
Yeah. That's right. And that's why I said what I said. Because, you know, Jake, everything is funny, man. You know, this is deadly serious what we're doing and preaching up here, man. You know? Here it is. The Lord may have mercy on his grandma, man. You know? This is Matthew 24 and 44. It says, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh.
So how can you be ready, you know? You know, you got your bug out bag, you know, you got your supply of water. Is that what it means to be ready? You know?
Right.
It means to be mentally ready, mentally prepared, you know, to give it all up. There's going to be a time where we're going to have to give everything up, you know, our comforts, you know, going back to work every day.
Right. If I may add real fast, and there's nothing wrong if you got a bug out bag, you know, but you don't put your trust in it. You know what I'm saying? We know what's coming down the pipeline. Hey, you may have a few things, you know, stored up in the bag or whatever, you know, but you don't put your trust in it. Because like the brother said, it's going to come a point where you have to give all that up, you know?
Yeah, that's right. You gotta give everything up, you know? And we're gonna have to solely trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. We're gonna have to walk out into the water, you know? Just like Peter did.
Ready? You don't need it?
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good for right now. Yeah.
See if they need it. Do they need it? Are they all covered? Okay.
I don't know, young boy looks like he don't got a one.
I mean, his umbrellas in the thing, man.
Alright.
Yeah.
Verse 42 again.
Yeah. Say Matthew 24 and 40. You said 42 or 44?
42. Oh, 44. You're on
44, yeah. It says Matthew 24 and 44. Therefore be ye also ready. For in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh.
You gotta be on your watch, ready. You know? For in such an hour as you think not, the Lord's going to come. The Lord's coming sooner than we think. You know? Yahweh, look, the Lord is shortening the days for real, for real. The Lord's coming back soon. You know? All hell can break loose tomorrow. You know, and that's literal. Tomorrow they could literally have the vaccine ready to go. You see how these prophecies are just popping off. One, out of nowhere, the coronavirus is here in America. You know? Social distancing is mandated. Wearing a mask is mandatory. Coronavirus checkpoints. They had a COVID-19 checkpoint for all those people that were celebrating the 4th of July going out there in South Carolina. You know, on the border. So things can change drastically in one day. You know? Look at the destruction of America. It's only going to take 1 hour for this place to be destroyed. You know?
And what's that saying? What a difference a day makes?
Yeah, what a different day makes.
That was it, man.
Yep.
So back in Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
So a lot of our prophets, you know, false prophets, I should say, a lot of these preachers, Nathaniel 7 of the IUIC, you know, he's saying that tribulation is not going to come, that peace and safety is going to come. You know, don't worry about having to take the he's telling people to take the vaccine. You know? Look, peace and safety is not coming to America. Get Ezekiel 7:25. We're going to tell you what's coming to America. You know?
That's right.
The true prophets of Yahweh by Shem Shai. They spoke of war, evil, and the pestilence. Whoever got it.
There's Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
So destruction is coming. Peace is not coming.
Right.
You know? Only destruction. And it's going to be destruction by way of the Lord breaking down this economy. Look, y'all think those locusts can't come to America? This is what a lot of people are failing to realize. The Lord is breaking down this place globally. You know? Esau has, it says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Esau has his hands all over the earth. You know? That's why you got military bases everywhere. America, that told you who's in the rulership of the planet Earth. Esau is. The so-called white man. And he's taking down this place, the whole world systematically, his whole kingdom. Not just America, but across the four corners of the earth. That's why you got uproars everywhere. The Lord is stirring up the spirits of these people, you know, to rise against their government.
Yeah, I remember seeing a video clip of those locusts already in South America. I mean, so how long would it take for it to get here, man? You know, it doesn't even have to cross seas.
Hey, and it's hurricane season.
Yeah.
You know?
We can just gather them up.
A great wind.
And you know, this is Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. And if I may chime in, who's the they? 2/3, these heathens, right? Gonna be seeking peace, man. Because we're not seeking peace. We know peace ain't coming to this place, man, according to the Bible. All right? It's going to be 2/3 of our people seeking peace, man. Because they don't believe in what we're saying, man. You know? They don't believe in who was sent. So therefore, they're not gonna harm to the things that were said in the scriptures, man. Y'all saying peace ain't coming. Well, we want peace. Well, according to the Bible, peace ain't coming. So they're the ones gonna be seeking peace.
You know? It says there is no peace, saith my power, to the wicked.
Yep.
Peace can't come to the wicked. It's written.
1 Thessalonians 5:4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief.
See, we're not in darkness. We know what's going on. You know, Yahweh Shai, has revealed these things unto us, you know?
Yep. It says, ye are all children, verse 5, of the light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, verse 6, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
So what? It tells us to not sleep as others do. You know, don't be caught up in this world, you know?
That's right.
Don't be worrying all day long how to please the flesh, you know? Now there's a balance for everything, but the spirit should be in overdrive, you know? And not just talking to myself first and foremost, you know? There's always more you can do, you know? There's always another breakdown you can learn, you know? How you can help the body, another way you can, you know, exercise your strength in this body, you know?
Yep. 1 Thessalonians 5:7. For they that sleep in the night, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. That's why Scripture said be sober.
Yeah, my bad. Read the start up again.
Okay.
Where it says be sober.
Yep. This is 1 Thessalonians 5, and I started 6. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
You know, so let us not sleep like others do, but let us watch. Let's sit back. Let's trust in the Lord, you know, and watch Him work. You know, we can't get scared now. You know,
Right.
we've been standing upon our watch, starting with our apostles and elders, you know, and their teaching before them, you know, for some time now. You know, chanting down the downfall of America, saying what's gonna come to America. You know, so we can't be scared now that these things are coming to pass. We wanted these things to happen all along. We should be rejoicing, you know?
I may add on, because the Scripture said be sober. Well, how do you be sober? By not being in the mindset of this world, you know? Because what does the world teach you? It's okay to accept homosexuality. It's okay to let your son be a woman if he wants, or to put on women's clothes. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? To accept everybody in love and peace and happiness. You know what I'm saying? That's one right there that's been destroying our people, man.
If I may say, another thing this world promotes is to have a 5-year plan for the future. You know, our plan for the future is to be in the kingdom.
Right.
You know? So we have to work towards that goal of making it onto the chariots.
That's right.
You know?
So they say, well, what are you doing to reach your goal? We're doing it right now.
We're teaching, you know, we're having faith, we're being spiritual.
Right.
More spiritual than carnal. We're being a Jew inwardly and not just outwardly in our day-to-day lives. You know? Being wise as serpents, harmless as doves. You know?
That's right.
And calling upon the names of Yahweh by Shem Shai, because that's how we're going to receive salvation.
Yeah. Back in 1 Thessalonians 5:7, it says, For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Verse 8, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and a helmet, the hope of salvation.
What does verse 9 say?
For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua Mashiach.
Yeah, so this destruction that's coming is not for us.
That's right.
You know, this destruction that's coming, you know, is for the wicked. You know, the Lord has not appointed us unto wrath.
That's right.
You know, but to receive salvation through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. That's the reason why, that's what you gotta believe.
That's right.
That we are woken up into this truth to receive salvation.
Yep.
You know? Scriptures talk about us being saved by hope. You know, that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take hope and faith in Yahweh Shema Shai at the end of the day.
That's right. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
We could get into some faith, or we can go into seeking the Lord.
We just flow in the spirit. I got something.
Okay.
This is Amos 5:4. For thus saith the Lord unto the house of Israel, seek ye me and ye shall live. You know, it's just about seeking.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta seek your power, you know. And right now is the time to seek the Lord. You know, don't wait,
Right.
because destruction is coming. Why wait to seek Yahweh by Shema Shai when destruction is on the way? Get Oh, you got something?
Yeah.
Sirach 5:7?
No, I don't.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, you want that first? This is Ecclesiastes 18 and 14. It says, he have mercy on them that receive discipline and that diligently seek after his judgments.
You got it.
Yes, so the Lord's going to have mercy on those that, that receive his discipline. This is the discipline we're trying to give our people, man. But our people don't want this discipline, man. So when the time of mercy comes, they're not going to receive it. You know? They're going to take the vaccines. They're going to take the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Right?
Yeah, Jake isn't receiving this correction.
That's right.
You know, they don't want to accept the friction that comes with the truth. You
Right.
know, you being hated. You know, you having to amend your ways. You know, you going through your faith being tested. You know, because our faith is going to be tested. You know, the Lord. It tells you, what is that, Ecclesiastes, the 6th chapter, before thou givest a friend, prove him.
Yep.
You know, so we are about to be proved, you know? We've been chilling. You know, Lord been putting enough blessings, giving blessing brothers. Now what we about to see, if in the time of adversity are we gonna stay being friends with the Lord, you know? But you know, we have faced adversity on small scales now, you know, building this up for this day that's to come.
That's right. It says, Sirach 18 and 14, it says, he have mercy on them that receive discipline. Then what we read earlier about receiving. You know, if you receive this through the prophets, you know, start with our head apostles and elders and great millstone, you're receiving Lord Yahweh Shai, man, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus. And if you receive Lord Yahweh Shai, you're receiving the Most High Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, man.
That Jake, when they come up here and say something, he walked away. I mean, you just cross the street.
Yeah. The spirit told him to kick rocks, I guess.
No.
It says, and that diligently seek after his judgments, man. And we're constantly seeking after the judgments of the Heavenly Father, man. We're telling the hopeful elect to constantly seek after the judgment, man. Because when you seek after the judgments, it's going to keep you away from sin, man. You know?
Uh-huh. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins.
That's right.
And where it is present, it turneth away wrath.
That's it. Yeah.
Sirach 5:7. Yeah. You got Ecclesiastes 12:1? Actually, bring that Proverbs out.
So,
Yeah, Ecclesiastes and we'll get Sirach.
this is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
It says a prudent man. What is a prudent man? A prudent man is someone who is wise in the scriptures. You know, someone who has foresight of the things that's really going on. Just don't play a different card. Read it again.
Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Where is he going to hide himself? In these scriptures. Now, it talks about these scriptures being a secret, you know? You know, you got a definition?
Yeah, prudent.
Prudent? Yeah, go ahead, bring that up.
This definition of prudent, it's an adjective. It reads, acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
So acting, you know, taking action and showing thought for care of the future, you know? Hey, the future is dim for these Babylonians. For those who trust in America, your future is dim.
Right.
You know, because they're not planning for the actual future. We got the, you know, Jake might plan for the future, how they may think it's going to come to pass, you know. And you know what, I see myself working at this job for the next 20 years. You know, I'm going to make sure I get the benefits, so when it's time for me to retire, I can reap these benefits.
Right.
You know, 401k. But they're not weathering the storm that's really coming. You hold Matthew the 16th chapter, the first verse, you know?
Egypt is failing them right now.
Yeah, exactly. Read the definition again, bro.
Definition. This is prudent, again an adjective, acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
Come on, now hold that definition. Read this, bro.
This is Matthew 16:1. Pharisees also and the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven.
Now Yahweh, the Lord is showing signs.
Yep.
You know, the Lord is showing the signs. You know, He's showing the prophecies. The prophets themselves are a sign. You know. Okay.
It says verse 2.
But they wanted something out of this world.
Yeah.
You know, show me that you can fly.
Yeah.
Show me something that no one else can do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 16:1. And the Pharisees also the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. And he answered, verse 2, and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be fair weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Yeah, Jake sees all these things that are coming up on the earth, so they're still planning for their future to stay here in America. When you've had the prophets out here diligently, week in and week out, telling you that before these things came, before COVID-19, before, you know, upwards of the people were happening in a major way, the prophets were telling you that these things were going to come to pass, and they have came to pass. But Jake, he doesn't see it. They don't have the spiritual discernment. Why? Because they are carnal. Scriptures say the carnal man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, because they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he discern, because he is spiritually discerned. You know, Jake can't see. You know, they don't have the foresight. They're not prudent to perceive the evil. You know, that's they're wicked at the end of the day. They're unwise. They're fools.
Yeah, the elect was programmed, man. That certain switch, you know, and the Lord just turned it on, man.
Yep.
You know, 2/3 that switch is malfunctioning.
It switched off. It got a button on it. Do not touch.
Yeah, do not touch. You know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Say something right quick.
Yeah.
To your point, and it seems like the more that they're into, like, quote unquote Christianity or religion, seems like the more carnal they are. Because at my job, I got my boss is an ex-pastor, and my two other coworkers are in
How you gonna be an ex-pastor?
Yeah. He don't preach no more.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. And my two other coworkers are Northern Kingdom, Zebulun and Issachar, and they're both in Catholicism. But all their speech is about that. All the time is, man, we hope you're here for years to come and years to come. Yeah. And they always speaking like, we hope you're here for years to come and years to come. Not ever do I ever hear like, man, I can't wait till the Lord come back, or man, I'm doing this job, but man, hopefully the Lord come back soon. But it's always about looking 10 years, 5 years in the head. It's never about the Lord coming back at all.
Yeah, because a lot of people think this protesting with this whole Black Lives Matter thing has changed things.
Mm-hmm.
They think they really changed things. They think they put an impact. They think they changed the system, man. You know, so they putting their hopes here in America, which they're becoming fools. You know, that was it, Matthews. Read the definition one more time.
Yep, prudent.
Prudent, yeah. Papa shot.
I could have read
They
it.
got some synonyms too.
Yeah.
I'll read it.
You want to read it?
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hold that proof.
Mm-hmm.
This is Matthew 16:4. It said, a wicked and adulterous generation that seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas.
Now, what was that sign of the prophet of Jonas? What did Jonas go do when he went on to Nineveh, right? What did he do? No, you good. He told him to repent. The Lord is going to bring a great evil, repent or be destroyed. And what? You know, for that time, they repented.
Turn back.
You know? That's the same. The prophets are the sign. You know? They're, you know, Like the elder said, they're a testament to the Lord's, you know, to see how humble they're going to be on, you know, to their dignity. You got Proverbs? Read Proverbs 22, then read the definition one more time.
It's Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Yeah, so a prudent man, read the definition and prove it one more time, because I was saying earlier, we got the cheat code. You know, we have been revealed the secrets of what's really going to happen in the future.
That's right.
So like the verse said, what goals are we taking to hide ourselves? You've seen it now. We out here making our bodies a living sacrifice. The scriptures say to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifice the Lord is well pleased. To the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, they're well pleased with what we're doing down here on this earth, you know? But he's not pleased with the wicked. You know, what it shall say, Ecclesiastes, but it shall not go well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days on the earth any longer.
Yep.
Read the definition, bro.
It's the definition of prudent: acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
It says acting one more time.
Yep. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
So showing care and thought of the future,
Right.
you know? Meaning what? You were taking the proper steps to prepare yourselves for this future, you know? And like the future of America is dim, you know? So we're clinging on to our light. We're clinging on to Yahweh Shema Shai, because that's what we're going to need during these times.
That's right. Let me chime in because just you can just look at this restaurant right here, man, Cooper's Barbecue. Now, this place has been down since what?
Ever
March.
since COVID happened.
March.
Because, you know, we wasn't coming downtown during COVID-19,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So it's been closed down before then.
Right. So you're saying March, April, May, June. We're in July, right? About to be in August. That's 5 months. How about the workers, the staff that work there, man? You know what I'm saying? What are they doing? How are they surviving?
They weren't prudent because
Exactly.
their whole thing, I'm going to work here for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah, for a couple more years. And
You know? Those who own the business.
right.
Look at effing, man, I can't get over Beasley's Chicken and Waffles. That place was booming every week.
Every week.
You couldn't even get up in there without a reservation.
Every week.
But then you open it back up.
Right. Even the wintertime, man. It was like cold.
I know, right? They literally standing outside,
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, like you was going into these restaurants, 65% of them in North Carolina area, 65% of these restaurants, how they temporarily closed down, they permanently closing down, really.
Yeah.
They don't meet they don't have the funds to hold the, hold over the bills to keep that establishment running.
To keep paying the rent.
Yep.
That proves, hey look, they've been saying that 80% of Americans, look, this isn't just numbers, this is statistics. 80% of Americans that make 6 figures are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yep.
Yo, what do you think? Yo, it just takes one week of one missed paycheck, and these Americans losing it.
Yep.
Their cars getting repoed, you know? A lot of these Americans during this whole crisis, they're living on their credit, you know?
That's right.
This place is, hey look man, and it's time for Esau and them to pay their bill too.
Right.
You know?
Did brother see that video by the brother, I want to say it was GMSNORTHCAROLINA24BA. He put up a video where these 2 Edomites ran out.
Oh,
on the
yeah,
tab,
yeah, I
and
saw
then
that video. That was
the
dumb.
dumb Cade woman had to go back and get her
Purse.
Her purse.
Yeah,
You know?
Stupid.
You know, look, that's the spirit in them, man.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay for nothing, but look, and they felt like it was justified. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you have to pay? You know, they're privileged, Edomites, right? Did you see it, bro? You gotta watch that video. It's funny, you know. But yeah, that's just how they are. They got to pay that tab, man. You know, and we're in the phase of them, being sentenced, man. You know? Now the time's coming when Yahweh Shai is judging. You know? So, were you reading?
Yeah.
Was that a precept?
Finish out that Proverbs 22, then probably get a precept. That's just funny, right?
He's seeking his life.
I want to dance.
Yeah. That's his life right there, man.
I want to have a good time.
Right.
This is Proverbs.
That's literally the spirit Jake is in.
Yeah.
I want to dance. I want to have a good time. You know? Yo, now is not the time to dance. You know, now is the time to mourn and weep and cry unto your Lord for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Especially when you see the prophets on the highways and byways preaching the word, man. You know?
This is Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
So the simple, scriptures talk about the simple believeth every word. So when the simple hear that the vaccine is good, when the simple hear that don't worry, American economy is doing great, they are going to believe these things because they are smooth to their ears, and they are going to be punished for it.
And I don't know if I saw this video. The elder Kazak from Mississippi did a lesson. He brought an article and they said, you know, like researchers and studies show that about 2/3 of the people would take the vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's
That
spiritual.
was all spiritual, man. You know?
What were the sources again? It said, what were you saying? Just repeat what you said. I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Okay, the elder Kazak from Mississippi was doing a lesson and he was going in on the vaccines and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what article it was. But brothers can go and watch this video.
Yeah.
You know? And it said how, you know, researchers
Researchers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They researched the researched the numbers.
you know, to see how many people will actually take this thing, man.
That was what I was looking for.
Yeah.
What he said. You know, it said, hey, 2/3 of the people are going to take this vaccine. And believe it or not, Israel is the majority.
Yep.
There's more slaves here in America than there are people running around free. You know what I mean by that? The slaves are the Israelites. You know? There's more slaves here, there's more Israelites here than all these other nations combined, you know? Israel is the mass majority on the earth.
That's right.
Because what is Jake doing in their captivity? Having babies.
Yep.
You know? Come on, you know how many Israelites there is to one house? There'd be a shack in the hood, be having like 8 people in there, yo.
And you went to Escort crib, man? Yo.
I know, right? The closet is a room.
I'm telling you, man.
2 people in the closet sleeping.
Right. There's nothing against Issachar. It's just, look, that's how Issachar be living, man.
Each bed got 2 people in it.
Yeah.
Literally, this ain't no joke. It's serious.
I mean, that's common on all trials, but Issachar, man.
Yeah.
But
Ishkar, they'll rather buy a cheaper house though.
yeah.
They don't want no big house.
But go ahead, though, bro. You read it.
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
We passed my precept.
Oh, what was it?
She said something about Lord give us the secrets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You get Jeremiah. You get that Ecclesiastes 12:1.
Start on that Smart 5.
Yeah, we'll get that next, and we'll get Jeremiah 3:12.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth.
In the days of thy youth right now, you know, before the prophecies come, you know, while you still kicking it, you know, you don't have the spirit to wax old here in America. You know, there's a lot of young people who are on the internet daily. Now is the time to seek your Lord, you know? Okay?
While the evil days come not.
So, the evil days. Evil is a compound word. Eve meaning time and ill meaning bad. Before the bad times come, before the system of America is completely shut down, seek the Lord. And you're seeking the Lord through his men.
Hey, look, we just read in Amos 5, seek the Lord and ye shall live.
That's right.
That means a lot of Israelites want to die, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth.
Bible says talk not much for the fool.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
So the Lord is going to have no pleasure in his people when it's time for his judgment to come on the earth.
Yep.
And the Lord is angry. The Lord is fed up with our people. And now is not the Lord's mercy is going to be withdrawn from the masses and it's shown solely on his elect. You know?
I mean, you can see it happening, man. With this next shutdown they're going to have, man. You think we're going to be out here on the streets when they shut this thing down, man? The Lord took us off the streets once before. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And look, and that first time you shut it down, look, that was your time to get it. The Lord have mercy. They got to be a NW driver, right? Tearing the car up, man. You see that? But look, when the wicked is ruling, you know, they let anybody get licensed. Oh no, you good, man. You good. No, you good. They'll let anybody get licensed. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, yo. You got the license, do whatever you want here in Babylon.
Nor the years draw.
That was it on that. Just Rock Conversation.
It's gonna take it back to her, man. Be like, hey, baby, I filled it up. Meanwhile, the engine's about to fall off the car, man. This is Sirach 5:7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put that off from day to day.
You look up tarrying needs to wait. You know?
Yep.
The scriptures, give us 2 Corinthians 4.
And the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, it's not saying that make a tarrying, make no tarrying to fill out college applications. You know? Don't make tarrying to fill out, you know, these job applications. You know what I'm saying? It said make no tarrying, turn back to the Lord.
Because what these people have, and it's evident amongst this generation, especially, a lot of these people are procrastinators. You know, when it comes to doing something that's important, they put it off to the very last minute. Now, you may be able to cram in, you know, your homework, you know, put the answers in real quick, maybe able to type up the, you know, your paper for your final exam in the last day, you know, turn it in, barely passing, you know, but you can't do that with the Lord, you know? You can't put off the Lord day to day to the last minute and think the Lord, you should have been seeking the Lord the whole time.
Right.
Every day is supposed to be dedicated to the Lord. We're supposed to live our lives for the Lord.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
So the inward man, you know, is supposed to be renewed day by day. He's renewed in these scriptures. So our people, they're supposed to be renewing themselves day by day, not putting the Lord off, but get renewed in the spirit of your mind. You know, in order for you to have that change, you really got to change your way of thinking first. You know? You good, man?
Oh, sorry. What's up? How's the battery life?
It turns the whole time. Yeah. It's a cool day, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's not overheating.
Yeah.
You got that was it in Sirach?
No, I'm finished off, yeah.
That was it in Corinthians, though, right? Yep.
Back in Sirach 5:7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord cometh forth.
So in your day-to-day, you're supposed to be renewing your mind, getting that personal relationship for Yahweh by Shemai Shai, because suddenly, you know, suddenly, all of a sudden, in a time where you think, you know, when you least expect it, the Lord's going to come back. What I mean, the Lord's coming back, the day of the Lord is going to be upon you. You know, the day of the Lord's anger, and the Lord's coming back cruel, you know, and it's just not one day. You know, it's the time of Jacob's trouble.
That's right.
You got it?
It says, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
So, and in your securities, those that put the day of the Lord off, that weren't renewing their minds and found comfort and hope in the scriptures, and your securities that you did find comfort in, whether it be, you know, your comfortable job, you know, your women, you know, whether it be, you know, that cryptocurrency account you had, you know, you guys are good, man. No problem. You know? In that security, you're going to be destroyed.
And perish in the day of vengeance.
And perish means to die in the day when the Lord will avenge you.
Right.
It tells you what in Hebrews 10 and 30, the Lord vengeance, the Lord shall judge his people. The Lord is going to judge you, Israelites, you know? Any more than that?
That was it.
Good. Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 3 and 12. Go and proclaim these words towards the north, and say, return thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord.
And that's what we're doing. We proclaim these words to the north, here in North America. You know, turn thou backsliding Israel. I mean, turn back to the Lord. Repent unto the Lord, you know? Stop with all the wickedness.
That's right.
Yeah.
It says, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever.
So look, those who repent, the Lord is going to have mercy upon, you know? And that's what it's about. You repenting to Yahweh Shema Shai, you realizing what times we in. The times that we in should be your motivator. The fear of the Lord and the terror that he's going to bring upon the earth should be your motivator. The question is, do you want to live?
Right.
You know, that's what it really comes down to.
That's right.
With that, then I'm going to let the next brother come up and speak. You know, shalom.
Will, anything smoke? Will, anything?
Yeah. Say it 1 and 19.
Drop that. Give me Proverbs 1:7. We're going to get into some fear. Alright? And we're going to get into why you Israelites need to fear the Lord, man. Somebody hold Deuteronomy 32 and 39 on deck. Give me Sirach 11 and 14. Alright? You know? Because the fear of the Lord is not promoted. Right? It's promoted through the apostles. That was a great millstone. Right? And we come out and promote it as well. But what? That's what's happening, you know, to our people. They wonder why they're getting jacked up because they're not fearing the Lord. They wonder why things are not going their ways because they're not fearing the Lord, man. Right.
This is Sirach 19 and 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
That lets you know a lot of our people are not accepted of the Lord, especially those ones in the churches, man. Because the Lord's not in the churches according to Acts the 7th chapter, man. Right? Around the 48th verse. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Sirach 19 and 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
Mm-hmm.
And wisdom attaineth his love.
And wisdom attaineth his love, man. So the first step to being accepted by the Heavenly Father is what? Is the fear. But Jake don't want to fear, man. Why? Because Jake been taught in these harlot houses nothing but love, man. You know, it's all about love with the Heavenly Father. Now, it's true, the Lord do want you to love him, but there's a balance, man. You know? You got 100% of love, and then you got 0% on the other side of the scale, man. That's off. And the Lord deals with a just balance, man. Okay? Bring me that Proverbs 1.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of Yahweh Shai is the beginning of knowledge.
That's where knowledge starts, man. That's where knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the scripture starts, man. But fearing your power, you Israelites, man. Right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? It's not about taking some IQ test. Right? What does that even mean? My IQ is this, that. What does that even mean? Right? Brothers know? Huh? I was asking a question. You know? But that's what, you know, Jake based their knowledge and intellect on of how many degrees they got, you know, their accomplishments in Esau's world, where it starts with fearing your power, man. You know, being greatly terrified of someone or something that can cause harm. And who's that someone or something that can cause harm? The Bible is going to tell you. We got a couple of precepts on it, man. You know? Bring me that, finish it out and then bring me, Sirach 11 and 14, and Deuteronomy 32 and 39.
This is Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
So if you're not fearing the Lord, right, which is the first thing we're supposed to be doing as Hebrew Israelites, then what? You're a fool. The Lord considers you a fool. He considers you a blockhead, a meatball, a nincompoop, a dunce, a jackass. All those names, man. If you're not fearing the God of the Bible, you know. Read that part again. If you still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Read
It
that
says,
part.
but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
And this is the wisdom and instruction up here, man. The scriptures say wisdom cried without in the streets, right? And part of wisdom is fear, man. Okay? Drop it. You got something?
Yeah, I got something. This is
Give me that. What you got? Deuteronomy.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39.
Right.
See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal.
That's right, man. The Lord said there's no God in the heavens with him, man. Right? He said he wounds and he heals, man. That right there alone should make you fear the God of the Bible, man. Right? But Jake is just like, you know, Jake don't fear nothing, man. You know? They'll fear the so-called white man, you know, but they won't fear the one that's controlling the so-called white man, right? They'll fear their woman, right? Everything upon the sun except for the God of the Bible. They'll fear a pit bull, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Get your dog, man. Lock your dog up, man. But they're not going to fear the God of the Bible. Go ahead.
It says, I kill and I make alive.
The Lord said he kills. He makes alive. Go ahead.
I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Keep going.
It says, For I lift up my hand to heaven, and I say, I live forever.
That's right, man. The Lord lives forever, man. Why would you not want to fear that, man? You know? That's the whole duty of the Israelites, man. That's where it starts. I'm ready to tell you these things, man, because they're not going to tell you in church. You know? They're not going to tell you in church to fear the Lord. You know? They're going to teach you to love, peace, hair grease, pass around a collection plate, and shuck and jive until it's time for service to end, man. You know? Bring me another one. You got something?
Yeah, I got something real quick. But you want your precept first? Come on, this is yeah, I'll bring your precept real quick. This is Sirach 11 and 14, and it reads, Sirach 11 and 14, prosperity and adversity, life and death.
And look, prosperity and adversity, right? Riches, wealth, and what was the last one?
Prosperity and adversity.
Adversity, right? A lot of our people gonna be faced with adversity, man. You know, with this eviction, okay, epidemic that's about to happen here in America, man. Right? people going to Egypt for help. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to the God of the Bible, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, that's who you need to be seeking, man. And the Lord's going to make sure you got a roof over your head. He's going to make sure everything is all right, man. But because that fear is not there, you're not going to run to him, man. You're not going to run to him, man. You're going to run to your daddy, the one who you really fear, Esau. You know?
And it reads, poverty and riches.
Poverty at a lower state, man. You know, and we are at a lower state, man. But
Come of the Lord. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord.
That was it.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So why would you not fear the Heavenly Father, man? All these things come from Him, man. You know? Jake worried about how they gonna make ends meet, but yet they're not seeking the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They're not fearing the Lord. But that's where it starts. That's where wisdom starts, man. You know? It starts with fearing your power, man. Greatly terrified of someone or something could cause pain. We just read in Deuteronomy, and we just read in, did we read the other one? No, we didn't read the other one, 1 Samuel. But the Lord, you got it? Bring it out.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 7. The Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, maketh poor and maketh rich.
Make a poor and make a rich, man. So you trying to tell me someone who controls your income, you're not going to fear them? Right? Who controls whether you're on a high pedestal or a low pedestal, you're not going to fear him? Go ahead.
He bringeth low and lifteth up.
Yeah, bringeth low and lifteth up, man. You know? It's been, times where, brothers been in a lower state, but the Lord's lifted them back up, man. You know? Quick, fast, and in a hurry, man. You know? Go ahead.
He raiseth the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill.
You missed 6. Yeah, I want you to start at 6.
It's 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6.
Yeah.
The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
There you go. And that's the main reason why you need to be fearing, man. The Lord's the one that does the killing, man. He issues out the death of people, man. And the angels go and perform it, man. The spirits go and perform it, man. But yet you're not fearing. You know? That's it, bro. Did you have anything? If not, what was you reading?
We got Sirach 11:14.
No.
I got something.
Okay.
This is 1 Samuel 12, and I'll start at 23.
Yep.
Moreover, as for me, the Most High forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I would teach you the good and the right way. It says, moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, for I would teach you the good and the right way.
And that's what we're doing. We're teaching our people the good and the right way, man. Part of the right way is to fear your power, man. We don't have no power but Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And you're not fearing him, man. You're not showing respect to your power, man. And then you're wondering why hands up don't shoot. You're wondering why you're losing your job, why you can't eat, you're about to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 24, only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart.
Yeah, so, and that's perfect timing, because it said only fear the Lord, man, and in truth, man. Okay? And you can't fear the Lord unless you come back to these scriptures, man. And the Lord wakes you up to fear him, man. Perfect time to bring that Psalm 1 and 8.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 8.
Right.
There is one wise and greatly to be feared.
Yes, there's one wise and greatly to be feared, man. Go ahead.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sitting upon his throne.
Yeah, who the world calls God and Jesus Christ, man. You know, it looks more like this image and not that image, man. You know, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. Okay? That's what we're supposed to be fearing, man. None else. Okay? That was on that, right? Let's dive into some prophecy.
No, those are the ones.
Okay.
This 1 Samuel 12:24. Only fear the Lord and serve Him with all your heart.
With all your mind.
For consider how great things He hath done for you.
Yeah, consider how great things He's done for you, man. First and foremost, He made you an Israelite, man. You know what I'm saying? He made you Yasha'Allah, the Prince of the Power, man. You know?
Well, yeah, going to the Lord, look at all the riches. Look at all the good things the Lord have done for you. You know? He destroyed many kings for us. Many times the Lord have gotten us out of certain situations. He delivered us out of the hands of the Egyptians. You know, but our people, they continue to backslide. They continue to turn against the Lord. Verse 25, but if ye still do wickedly, ye shall be consumed, both ye and your king. So if you, that's the downturn. If you don't want to come and fear the Lord and to serve Him, you know, you are going to be consumed, you know, by 200 million ice-spam nuclear missiles. And when this judgment comes, and the Lord uses His left hand, which is Esau Edom, you know, his sword.
That's right.
I got one before we get into prophecy real quick.
Done.
Psalms 2:11.
Yep.
Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling.
Yeah, serve the Lord with fear, man. Right? And rejoice with trembling. Because scriptures say the righteous of scarcely shall be saved, right? You know, and we're all worthy of death. You know what I'm saying? Remember, the Lord don't need us, man. So read that last part again.
Psalms 2:11. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling.
That's right, man. Rejoice with trembling, man. You know, it's like all like walking on eggshells in a sense, man. You know? Come.
Psalms 119 and 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee. I am afraid of thy judgments. It says, my flesh trembleth for fear of thee. I am afraid of thy judgments. You know, that's why we come out here week in and week out to teach our people the judgments of the Lord. The judgments are the penalties of breaking the laws, the consequences, you know, the repercussions for your actions. You know, you should be very afraid when you hear that smoking weed can get you put to death. You know, being a sodomite can get you put to death. You know, really, the Lord is not playing with our people. He's coming down with harsh judgments. Many times, everyone here in America is committing sins unto death. Scriptures talk about if you offend in one aspect of law, you have become as a lawbreaker. You know, and you're guilty of the whole law. You know.
That's right.
So what? Hey, that's why you gotta come back in fear. You know, fear the Lord. Hebrews 10:31 is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
He's the one that's gonna bring that judgment to you.
Terror of all terrors. Prophecy.
So, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
That's right, which means to tell you something before it happens. Prophecy, man. You know? And that's what we come out here proclaiming to our people. Things that's coming out of the pipeline before it actually hits, man. You know? Trying to warn our people. That's what we were set up to do, man. We were set up to warn. Matter of fact, get that in Ezekiel 3 and 17. I just want that verse. Ezekiel 3 and 17.
Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right? Which consists of so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners.
Therefore, hear the word of my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Yeah, hear the word of the Lord's mouth, which is the prophets, start by the head apostles and elders, a great millstone, and do what? Give them warning. You know? Warning of what? Hey, look, man. You know, our power is coming back. He's getting ready to, pretty much destroy this place. You know, deliver His elect from up out of this cesspool of wickedness, you know? So repent, you know what I'm saying? Let's get right with the Heavenly Father so we can go home on the first go round. That's the message, man. We're telling our people, man. That's the warning. Okay, the death and destruction is coming. And to hide yourself in your Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, in these scriptures. Take from the top.
Real quick.
Come.
This is Revelation 20:6.
Yep.
Blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection.
Yeah. Take part in the first resurrection, man. They are able to escape everything that's coming down the pipeline. You know? Like it tells you in Matthew, it tells you in Luke, watch you therefore and pray always that you are able to escape, man. Escape what? The judgments that are coming upon the earth.
And the great judgment is that nuclear missiles.
Yep, those ICBMs.
It says, blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. On such the second death have no power. You know, second death being those nuclear missiles coming down and consuming this place, America. You know, if you are beamed up in those chariots, you're going to avoid having to face those ICBM, that nuclear fire, which is going to be the Lord's indignation that's going to consume these people. You know, that's going to consume you. At least you repent. But they shall be priests of the Most High and of a Mashiach. They shall reign with him 1,000 years. You know? They're going to get the victory. They're going to be given that rulership. That's the point. That's why you want to be part of that first resurrection. You know? You're not going to be able to, you're not going to have to face that nuclear destruction that's come to America.
Because it's coming. I know brothers titled that. I don't know if it was somebody titled that one of their lessons. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? These missiles are coming, man. Fire and brimstone is coming again to this place, man. And we're going to get into that. You got precept? Nah, I want to finish reading.
It's 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1.
Yep.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy,
Right.
which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Can I say something? That's what the true prophets are going to be doing.
Yep.
You know, what prophecies are these other Israelite groups telling you about? That the white man's the devil? Alright. How is he going to go down? You know, are these other groups telling you that America is going to be destroyed? Alright. Some might say that. They might say Yahushua is going to come back. But what's going to lead up to Yahushua coming back? What's going to lead up to America being taken down? The scriptures talk about the Lord coming back having many crowns on his heads. It says, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be overtaken. You know? Look, America's going to go down in a violent way. You know? More than just the missiles. The economy is going to... Just like how the Lord systematically took down the Egyptians, same thing is going to happen here in America. The Lord's going to bring plagues and destruction upon this place.
He systematically took down Jacob. You know? You got it, bro.
All right. Verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
That's why we have the Bible. Go ahead.
Fear not the imaginations against thee.
What people think about us, you know what I'm saying? We don't care. You know what I'm saying? We don't care what people have to say or think about us, man. We don't care if our loved ones see us out, so-called loved ones see us out here, you know, bosses on our jobs, you know, co-workers. We don't care if people see us. We don't care what they think about us, man. Because we know we're trying to reach our salvation, man. You know? Go ahead.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Yeah, the non-believers, man. The ones of our people that don't believe in this truth. Okay? The ones that say, oh man, you know, ain't nobody listen to you guys. You know? Why you wasting your time? You know, go get a job. You know?
Go on.
Go get some hoes. You know? Ain't nobody listening to your message, man. Go get your life. You know? When that's actuality we're getting our life, man. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, not Ecclesiastes, but Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 26. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that ye seeth is for many days to come.
Yeah, man. And that's what a lot of jakes say. You know? But what you guys are prophesying and saying, man, you know, it may happen, but it may be 100 years from now. You know? It's not gonna be in our lifetime. Maybe my grandsons or my great-grandsons' time, but you know, I don't see it happening now.
The vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off.
Yeah. Yeah, those times you talk about, man, they a long way ahead of us, man. We'll be buried dead in the ground, you know, before these things come to pass. That's what our people think, man. You know, in actuality, the signs are right before their faces, man. You know? Each and every day you wake up, the signs of this place being destroyed. All right? Because it's in your face every day. You turn on the news. You know, you watch clips and news articles and things of that nature that you read. You see this place is going down, man. There's no future. There's no hope. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 27, it's like in verse 28, therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore.
Yes, the Lord's not going to prolong his words anymore, man. You know? He's making true on his words now, man. We out here prophesying it, right? You know? This place is going down, pestilence, diseases, you know what I'm saying, class wars, okay? The mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, World War III, all these things are coming to pass, man. You got something?
The definition of prolong is to extend the duration of.
So the Lord is not extending, okay, the time of America, man. You know, what I tell you in Job, that the Lord has set the bounds that he may not pass. You know, so it's a set time that this place is going to be destroyed. It's only going to go on for so long, man. You know, it's pretty much, it's numbered.
My nephew.
Okay? What's that saying? Your days are numbered. You know, the days of Babylon, aka America, has been numbered by the God of the Bible, man. Okay?
Real quick.
Yep.
2 Ezra 2:13, go, and ye shall receive, pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch.
And we do pray for shorter days, man. Why would you want to pray for this place to be extended? You know what I'm saying? You got to be sick in the head, especially if you're an Israelite, for this place to go on, man. You know? Like we brought out earlier, it's being ran by the wicked, man. You can't teach your kids, okay? You can't run your household. The woman's in charge, right? You're not breathing in what? Toxic air, toxic water, okay? Rubber, rice, plastic rice, you know?
This place is so filthy and dirty. This place is never clean.
It's never clean.
Who the hell is cleaning the piss and crap that when these dogs be on the concrete? Who comes by and cleans that up?
Right.
I don't see anybody doing that.
Right.
You know, out in these other matrices, they might spray water. Water? Are you kidding me? That doesn't clean anything.
Right.
It just moves the problem.
Exactly.
This place is disgusting.
Right.
You know, it's literally a filth. You know, but we are praying for shorter days.
Yep.
The Lord hears us sign and crown to the Lord. So he's making good his promise to bring his words to pass.
That's right.
Back in Ezekiel 12 and 28, finishing it off.
Yep.
Therefore, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore. But the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh.
And the words the Lord has spoken is prophecy, man. Which we're getting into is going to happen, man. Everything that was written, right? Go back to 24. Go back to, can you read? 15, 15.
Yeah.
If he's speaking through the prophets.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's 2nd Esdras 15:3. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Yep.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
The non-believers.
That speak against thee.
Yeah, the non-believers speak against us. The mockers, the scoffers. You know what I'm saying? But their mouths going to be shut soon come, man. It's starting to be shut now. You don't see too many mockers and scoffers on the comment board anymore, man. You know?
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And that's a warning. That's a warning to our people, man. All you Israelites from Judah all the way down to Issachar that don't have faith in what these scriptures are saying, don't have faith in Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, the names, and who you are, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness, man. Okay? And there's going to be many ways the Lord takes our people out, man. Okay?
That's up. It's Hebrews 4:2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well unto them.
Yep.
But the word preached did not profit them.
Yeah, it didn't profit 2/3 of our people. This word has been preached to all of Israel, man. You know? But the word that was preached, it didn't profit them. Because they have in their mindset, it's not a profit to them, man. How is this going to profit me now? I literally had a family member tell me that, man. How can this literally benefit my life right now, man? You know? And if you can't explain that, get the hell out my face. You know what I'm saying? And before I can even get down to explain it to him, he didn't want to hear it, man. You got it, bro.
Yep. I got 2 precepts.
Okay.
Finishing off, it says, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith.
Not being mixed with faith, man. Because faith is believing in something that you can't see, man. You know? What?
Not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
And them that heard it, man. You know? And faith cometh by hearing, as the scriptures say. But they didn't have it. Because it's a gift, as the scriptures tell you, man. You know? What's that? Ephesians?
Ephesians 2:8.
2:8, that's right. You want to go there real fast? Just get that point?
Yes, Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is the gift of the Most High.
There you go. It's a gift from the Most High. And the Lord put the Spirit in you to have faith in the Scriptures. Pray that the Lord, continues to keep that faith in you and to increase it. Okay? Because if not, man, you through out here, man. Finished. You got precept? I know you do.
Yeah.
Right?
Psalms chapter 62, verse 22.
Yep.
Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare.
Yeah, it's truth, man. Let it become a trap unto them, man. You know?
Let it become a trap.
Yep.
Because faith is what it's going to take. You got to believe on these words.
Yep.
If you believe something's going to happen, you're going to do something,
Yep.
But if you don't believe, you ain't going to do nothing.
That's right.
That's why they're going to die. Our people, they don't see the benefit in serving Yahweh by Shema Shai. They don't see the profit. So them constantly rebelling against the Lord has now blinded them from ever seeing the truth.
That's right.
Until they're in the kingdom, until they're reborn again in the kingdom of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Scriptures say the same must know after death by pain.
I'm not going to shame our people, the 2/3, when they come back in the kingdom, man. Like you understand?
Because all the things are done.
Yeah. Yeah. All the things are done.
The sodomy,
Yep.
the constant coming against the Lord.
Yep.
You know, it's going to be a shame. You know, we're taking our shame now, you know?
That's right.
Because you're supposed to, you know, your true humility, you know, there's a hint of shame in there, you know? You should be shameful of what you've done against Yahweh by Shema Shai, you know?
That's right. That was it?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Somebody get plagues, Brother Bashar. Because the Lord said he's bringing plagues upon the world, man. You know? And a lot of these plagues is for you Jakes, man. From the seed of Jacob. Okay, whose name was changed in Israel. After he wrestled an angel and received that blessing. Right? Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power, man. Whoever get it first, no matter.
Trying to find a good definition.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it say?
I got one. I got one. Plague, to cause continual trouble or distress to.
Yeah, to cause continual trouble or
Let's go.
stress to, man.
What she was looking at?
You know?
That's a good one.
Now, the scriptures say that, you know, destruction is going to come as, you know, to travail upon a woman with child. You know? You're not going to be able to return these plagues the Lord is bringing, man. You know, the Lord said, plagues of sin, who can therefore return it back? Something to that effect. Yeah, and
2nd Esdras 16.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you want to say?
Plague is now a disastrous evil or affliction.
Ooh, a disastrous evil or affliction, bad times, man. Okay? So the Lord said what he's sending these things, man. If the God of the Bible was all about love, why would he be sending these things, man? You know what I'm saying? One gotta read, you know, gotta ask that. Any more to it?
Synonyms.
Yeah.
Afflict,
Uh-huh.
torture,
Torture. Torture's coming for our people. Go ahead.
torment,
Torment.
trouble,
Trouble. Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7. Go ahead.
and one good one, last good one is curse.
Curse. Right? And we all are subject to the curses until the Lord comes back, right?
I got one. It's in the online etymology.
Right.
It says affliction, calamity, evil,
Bad times.
severe trouble.
Severe trouble. That's what the Lord is bringing. Severe trouble, man. Well, you know it's trouble in the area, man. You ain't going that way. You trying to get out of that area, man. But the Lord's bringing severe trouble, man, through these plagues. Right?
It says to strike, lament. That's pretty much it. Below, to strike.
Yeah, the Lord's going to strike our people, man. Okay?
God
All right?
bless y'all.
All right? You too. All right? That was it?
That was it.
Let's go back to that second address.
It's 2nd Esdras 15:5. Behold, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword,
The sword, which is any killing instrument, mainly the gun, man. You know?
famine,
That gun's gonna do a lot of damage out here, man. You know, you got a lot of Jakes. You got those Jakes in Chicago, man. They got them all little guns, man. You know? All the Jakes here who got registered guns, man. You know? You think Esau's gonna be able to grab all the guns from the people? Forget about it, man. You know? And people gonna be at each other's heads, man. You know?
Why don't niggas like Grandmaster Jay make national news?
Right.
That's how you know this guy's set up, yo.
Yeah.
This man should be making national. This nigga should be on CNN. See, this is why we should be fighting against gun rights or blah blah blah. The fact that this man didn't make the CNN just proves.
We got the Evening News, but what's your boy name? Jake.
On CNN?
CNN, I think it is CNN.
You should be on the Evening News right after the coronavirus.
I know, right?
Racial tensions arise.
Lester Holt.
Oh, yeah.
That's his name. Yeah. Go ahead.
New militia group rises. Will you join? You know, or something like that, or do you think this is the way?
Right.
You know, Black Lives Matter. This is the type of stuff they should be protesting against.
That's crazy. That's true though. You know?
2 minutes.
Man in the truck.
They making their money.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said.
They're gonna get it one way or the other. Go ahead, bro.
It says the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right? And look, the famine is here now, man. People don't understand. We are up under a famine right now, man. Look at all the restaurants that are closing, man. Like it tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, man. You know? Grind is coming to a cease, man. You know? The storehouses are closed, man. You know?
The American America's gone.
That's right.
Now you know, people have these comfort foods. Your favorite restaurants closing.
Yeah.
And, you know, they don't know how to cook. You
Right.
know?
Now you gotta go home and make your own honey chicken.
I know, right?
It's called Beasley honey and chicken, something on the
Chicken
side.
and waffles.
Yeah,
Beasley chicken and waffles.
something like that. You gotta go home and make your own honey fried chicken or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is. You know. And then look, you can't get no pork. You know what I'm saying? Because they closed down the barbecue spot right here. You know.
Bars are closed.
Bars closed.
You know, you gotta drink alone.
Yep.
And when you're drinking alone, that leads to depression.
Yep.
You're getting all in your thoughts and your feelings about how effed up your situation is, how many bills you gotta pay, how much debt you're in.
Yep.
Oh, the script say they should not drink what hurts. Strong drink shall become bitter unto them.
That's what's happening now, man. You know, when that first lockdown hit, you see how packed the ABC stores were? You know? They was in the streets in certain parts of the city.
They
man.
were saying to stop the spread. There were so many people going to the ABC store to stop the spread of the COVID-19.
Right.
They had to close the ABC store down.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Out there in Connecticut,
Damn.
where the elders are, they reported on that.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, the famine is here, man. You know, you go to certain grocery stores, you know, certain aisles are still bare, man. You know, there's not much there. You know?
But now they're just not ordering things as much.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say, on my news feed that I have, on my news app, they're saying how, oh, this store's gonna stop carrying this store gonna stop carrying that, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the town, bro.
I got a quick one. Second Ezra chapter. That's 15. This is Second Ezra chapter 16 and 22.
Yep.
For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine.
Yeah, many. You can't put a number on many, right? It's innumerable. So many of our people are going to die from lack of bread, water, man. Okay, lack of food, right? And that's a horrible to go, man.
Got it.
You know, brother got it queued up.
Oh, brother got it?
Yeah, Shamar got it queued up.
Got it.
This is Lamentation 4 and 9.
And before you bring this out, you know, I brought this up before, that series, the 100. I don't know if brother's seen it.
Yeah.
You know, the
Parts of it.
Parts, I don't know if that's on the part where they showed them being cannibals, man.
The people that were left on the earth.
Yeah, that was up under that.
That were survivors.
They were survivors. They had to turn to cannibalism, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a part where the chick, I forgot her name was. She was like, I guess,
One of the main characters.
Yeah, it was like head in charge.
The
And
white
she was-
girl?
Yeah, and she was like, eat. One dude was like, yo, that was one of those dudes was my brother, and she was like, eat. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
So she shot him.
I remember that.
You know, which is gonna go perfectly into what?
And they came from a civilized.
Exactly.
I believe they were born on the ship. You know.
Yeah.
They were raised. You know, in a certain. They weren't raised eating people
Right.
and stuff, living a savage life.
Right.
But them going back to the earth around all the savagery, I should say,
Right.
led them, to doing that.
Right.
You know, the lack of food they had, because your human nature is to survive.
Yep.
You know, the human instinct is
Yep.
to survive. You know, man.
And look, the plants, you know, what they said, what's it going to sustain them? That's where they get the protein
Hey, bro,
from.
look, you got cannibalism. You got cannibalism coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might not say, I'm not gonna eat anybody. You know, but now you gonna become the meal. You know, it's gonna be a spirit of eat or be eaten. You know, because there's not gonna be any other food sources for the non-believers. So what? You gonna be all weak?
Mm-hmm.
Like the scripture's about going to, you're gonna pine away. You know, now you're gonna become the meal.
Yep. Well, go ahead.
This is Lamentation 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Yes, and they that be slain with the sword, like I was going into, she shot them because they wouldn't eat. And what happened? Okay? They died instantly, man. You know? But those, okay, when you die from a famine, right? It's much worse because what? It's long suffering, man. You know what I'm saying? You take that bullet and it's pain, but that pain is, you know, more likely it's quick, man. You know?
For these pine away, strengthening through the want of the fruits of the field.
Like Brother Azaz said, man, that body gonna start eating away at itself, man. You know? You're gonna start wanting food, man. That body's gonna be craving, man. You know? And that's when, you know, cannibalism comes in, man. Think about it, there's no food. No food at all, man. You know? People gonna be getting that cartoon effect, man. The person beside them is gonna start looking like a hot dog with relish. You know what I'm saying?
T-bone steak.
T-bone steak.
Look, it's gonna be a T-bone steak for the Edomites. For Jake, it's going to be a pork chop.
I know, right?
You know?
Fried chicken. Drum leg.
Fried. That's the nigga woman. It's gonna be a drum leg.
She like the wings too.
I know, right? With hot sauce.
I
on
know,
it.
right?
Hey, they're gonna be. Part of them is gonna be hot sauce and chicken wings.
Yep. But you know, that is
That's a reality.
Yeah, that's a reality. It's going to hit America, man. You know. Go ahead.
That was it.
That was it. Come.
Second Ezra 16:22.
Yep.
For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger
Yep.
shall the sword destroy.
And the others that escape the hunger, you may have, you know, some canned goods stored up. You may have some tuna, you know what I'm saying? Some sardines and pork and beans, like the song say. You know? But what? The sword's gonna get you eventually, man. Okay, because if you're not on the side of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you don't have that hedge of protection. You're not escaping judgment, man. You know, there's no way around escaping the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And that's why we tell our people, look, you know, seek the Lord and fear Him, man. You know? Seek the God of the Bible, only begotten Son, and fear Him, man. Because our people don't know what it's really like to really starve, man. You know? But they're going to have a taste of it soon come.
To fast.
To fast, yeah. You know, to fast. It's you know. Can you imagine fasting when you don't want to fast? You know, fasting is something you got to prepare your mind for, man. But when it's thrown at you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man.
It's a more of a mental thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're hungry, anything sounds good.
Yep.
Man, you know, you hungry, you know, you might be an hour away from dinner, you know you're going to eat something. Talking, man, you know what sounds really good?
Right.
Man, this sounds really good. Then 2 minutes later, oh, you know what sounds even better?
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna come to a point. Yeah, you know what sounds really good, Jeffrey?
Right.
We boil up.
Yep.
Cut your son's leg off and boil him up.
Hey.
That sounds real good about now.
Hey, what happened was that in Kings when the woman hit her son?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll eat my son.
Today we'll eat your son, and on the morrow we'll eat my son.
Yeah.
And the woman hit her son.
Yep.
After they ate that girl's daughter, you know, or son, you know.
Fuck, yo, man.
She said, "F that, yo. I can't believe she ate her own son."
I know, right.
I'm getting out of Dodge. I don't know where he went, man. I don't know where he went.
Right. You know.
Your son was looking good, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's Jake, though. You know?
Yeah, and that's gonna be faced with a lot of our people soon come, man.
And that's why all these movies come out. You know, these zombie apocalypse movies. You know, or you had the movie This Is the End.
Right.
With all the comedy celebrities, all the comedians.
Mm-hmm.
And you had one guy, he was straight cannibalism. Straight up. Eat them. You know? Straight up, no morals. But these supposed to be the guys you look up to, you know what I mean? Who are rich in the society.
Yeah.
You had another one, try to put a demon on one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But these are the guys our people look up to.
Yeah. And there's a reason why the Lord is bringing these things, man. You know, you was finished, right?
Yeah.
Bring that precept, bro.
This is 2 Esdras 7:20. For there be many that perish in this life.
Then with that word many again, right? And perish, right? Many and perish, right? Go ahead. Perish means to die.
Because they despise the law of the Most High.
Get perish real fast. Just for edification purposes. The scripture said many shall perish, man. You can't put a number.
You guys are good. Yeah, one part.
You can't put a number on that word
Jump
many.
in there. You're good. Oh, yeah. I know, right?
Perish.
Limbo.
I know, right? Limbo. Whoever got it.
I got something. This perish is a verb in the late 13th century. To die, to be killed.
That's an etymology online, man.
It says pass away, suffer.
Suffer. So many shall suffer, man. Right? Famine, the sword, pestilence, diseases.
It says suffer spiritual death.
And this is spiritual, man. You know, for our people, this is the reason why you're meeting your demise, man. As the scripture's going to go into.
This is your condemnation.
That's right. That's right.
It says be damned.
Be damned. Doomed.
It says literally to go through completely to destruction.
Completely destruction, man. Perish, man. Got some heavy definitions and synonyms, man. You know? You got something more?
You got it. That was it.
That was it? You got anything different?
Yeah. To become destroyed or ruined, cease to exist.
To become destroyed or ruined, cease to exist, man. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of our people, man. You know? Cease to exist. You know?
No more.
Right. Well, but
Be gone.
yeah. You know? You got something, Shawai?
Yeah. While I was looking, I don't know if you read the same definition or not.
No,
But,
I entomology.
oh no. Okay. Suffer death, typically in a violent, sudden, or untimely way.
In an untimely way, going back to Sirach 5 and 7. You know? For suddenly should a wrath of the Lord come upon our people, man.
They're gonna perish.
Perish. You know?
I didn't mean perish.
Perish. Go on. You know? Like Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Like a shadow. One minute you're here, next minute you're gone.
Yeah.
You know? And the brother's gonna read why though. You know, why you Israelites are gonna perish the way you're gonna perish.
2 Esdras 7 and 20. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High.
Which means to hate. When you despise something, you hate it. You know? How many times you heard a woman say, I despise that guy? You know? It means they hate him, man.
Because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them.
The law, they hate the law. The Lord said it wasn't grievous. A lot of people hate it. You know? Why? Because this law reproves our people. It corrects them, man. You know, it brings them to the light. And Jake is submerged in this darkness, man. And they don't want to come to the light, man. You know? Just like when someone's been in a dark cave too long, you know, they finally make their way out and the sun's beaming down, what they do? You know, they cover their face up, man. You know?
Or, you know, prophets come rough. Your parents would walk in the room,
Yep.
take the covers off the bed. You know, it's already noon, yo. You gotta be up, yo. It's already noon.
Right.
What they do, they put guns in the sheets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put the pillow over their face, cuss
Right.
at them.
Right.
What are you doing in my room?
Right.
Like they pay the rent.
Yeah. Oh no, man, you're good. Just the camera. But you're right. You know, it'd be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Get your ass up.
Oh, they open the blinds.
Open the blinds up.
The curtain, not the blinds. They open up the curtain.
Yeah. That spirit's like, you know what I'm saying?
They lash out.
Yeah.
You know? You got it, bro.
21.
Yeah.
I thought you were in 9.
2 Esdras 7 and 21. For the Most High have given straight commandment
Right.
to such as come
Yeah.
what they should do to live.
The Lord made it plain. He gave straight commandments to our people what they should do to live. Right? And we read one of them. Seek the Lord and ye shall live. Right? Seek the Lord through his men. At Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. You know that feeling, huh? You know, fear the Lord and keep his commandments. That's the whole duty of man. Right? But Jake don't want to do that. So therefore, the Lord's going to destroy 2/3 of our people, man. Right?
Even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
Which is these scriptures, man. All right? Romans 15 and 4. The things that was written before time was written through our learning. Right? That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So the Lord gave us the blueprint, the guidelines of how to live our life. Okay? And what we need to do to live and to avoid getting punished. But Jake want to get punished, man. You know? Jake is that hard-headed people. It just doesn't want to listen to their power, man. You know? You got heathens listening to their power. You know what I'm saying? You don't think Ishmael ain't getting down 7 times a day to pray? Or however many times it is?
Mm-hmm.
You know? You think they're missing their things they're supposed to do?
Ramadan,
Yeah.
but they got fast that night. You think
Yeah.
they're missing that?
Yeah, you think they're missing that?
They might stuff their face, but they still be doing it.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
know?
eat till I gotta eat. You know,
Yeah.
I think they can't eat when the sun's up.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's what it is.
Yeah, they can't eat when the sun's up. They be stuffing their face,
Yeah.
waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, eat real quick.
You know what's funny? I saw on the channel Vice. That's the channel, right? Vice.
Mm-hmm.
One dude that doing like an episode on that, and one dude was like, "How much longer?" What was his name? I think he had Jake too. The Asian dude, man. What's his name?
Jackie Chan?
Nah, he an Asian man. He gotta be a Jake man.
He's Asian, practicing
He got his own show.
Ramadan.
Nah, he got his own show.
I think George Lopez, he's Mexican.
I forgot his name, man, but he was he got his own show, and I don't know if one of his friends or something was doing it, whatever, and he, you know, went on the road with him and stuff like that, and they was like in like the tour bus, and he was like, "How long you gotta fast for?" You know what I'm saying? He said, "Man, I can't do it, man. I can't do it." He started opening up a bag of Doritos and eating. You know what I'm saying? But that was only for a few hours. That wasn't. It was like maybe like 8 hours or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this only fast was 8 hours.
Yeah. So how much longer would a family really do it for these people, man? You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna get bad out here.
Yeah. You know, little kids and old people, man. Hey, look, man. The Lord ain't with you, man. Cause you know they're the ones gonna be dependent on people for food. You know what I'm saying? Young people, you know, kids and the elderly, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 22. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things.
You see that going on now, man. You know? You see that going on now, and that's why the Lord's not holding his tongue anymore. You know? Go back to you got a precept?
Yeah. It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 19. If you be willing and obedient, ye shall eat of the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword. For my mouth, for the mouth of Yahweh Shem Yahushua have spoken.
And that's what's happened to our people, man. We've been devoured with the sword, man. Okay? Read it again. Yeah, read the precepts twice.
It's Isaiah.
Now, you think March is going to get you out of the situation you're in, man? Are you crazy?
It's Isaiah 1:19. If ye be willing and obedient,
Obedient, man. Follow the rules, man. Follow the laws, right? To the best of your ability. Lord knows we ain't perfect, all right? But you gotta try, man. You gotta put forth some effort, you know? You got something?
Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
ye shall eat the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword.
Why you think the Lord casts us out of the land, man? You know? We're being wicked, okay? Being all defiled, right? The Lord got us up out of there, man. Now, who's in the homeland now, man? You know? Them gutter rats, man. And the Lord got that decon for them, man. ICBMs. Go ahead.
For the mouth of Yahweh Shem Yahushua has spoken.
Did you ever find it?
Yeah, I got something.
Come.
This is Genesis 47 and 17. It says, and they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for their horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also have our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our land. So for bread, they were willing to make themselves slaves, you know, and to give up all that they had. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be the mindset of these people when the famine is going to come. This is when Esau is just going to usher in his solution, you know, which is the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. And for bread, for a piece of bread, they are going to sell themselves.
Yep.
You know, they're going to become servants even more than they are, but servants to the system, you know, to where Esau is going to be able to track everything that they do. All for a piece of bread, you know, all for them to save their lives.
Yep.
But Yahushua said, he that seeks to save his life in this world shall lose it.
Yep.
But he that shall lose his life for my sake, for my name's sake, shall gain it.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right. And we're losing our lives, man. You know, brothers could have been, you know, athletes, entertainers, you know what I'm saying? But what? The Lord took them out of that path, man. You know? Brought them into this truth so they can live. Someone got to fulfill the 144,000 and 1/3. You know what I'm saying?
Keep reading down, verse 19. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes? Both we and our land. They trying to make the deal sweet.
Yep.
You just gonna let us die? You know? We're gonna be your servants. Buy us and our land for bread. And we and our land will be thy servants. Unto Pharaoh, give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. So what? They were willing to give themselves up for bread, you know? And we can't be in that mindset. That's what's going to be offered,
Yep.
you know, in the time. Rations, you got to have the chip. You know, it's going to get bad out here.
Like I told you, man, I had a dream that, you know, one of my childhood friends, man, you know, he been homeless for the longest, man. I mean, for the longest, man. And I seen him in my vision. He had a nice little townhome. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like brand new. He's like, yo, I'm back, baby, I'm back. And I was like, last time I seen you, man, you was homeless for decades, man. You was homeless for years, man. You know what I'm saying? And Spirit's like, yeah, he took that chip. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, you know, that's what's up, man. You know, I'm gonna holler at you though. And some chick came around like the balcony thing and was like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Small Edomite lady in like a military suit. I said, nah, I'm good. And another lady came around. Yeah, they were fine as hell. They was fine as all. They was fine, man. And I said, nah, you know, I'm good. I'm getting, you know, I'm like kind of like speed walking, getting the hell up out of there, and then, you know, I end up waking up. But you know, the point is, you know, Esau's gonna present that chip, man. And, you know, you know,
It's going to make the deal sweet.
it's gonna make the deal sweet, man. Like I said, this dude was homeless, man. You know, I don't know where he at now. He probably still somewhere around here, but you know, you go from homeless to that. That's something the chip can do, man. You know, put you back on your feet, baby. I'm back. You know.
Yep. For temporary time.
Yeah, for temporary time.
We're gonna
All right. You got some? Give me that. Amos 9:8. Isaiah 13:5. Isaiah 13:66. I mean Isaiah 66:15.
Oh, this
Yeah.
This is Amos 9:8.
Come on.
Behold, the eyes of Yahweh power are upon the simple kingdom.
Yeah.
And
It's right here in America, man. Where your tribes are. Go ahead.
and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth,
Right.
saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Going back to Jeremiah 30:7, man. You know, Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect. You know, the Lord, you know, is going to destroy this place through ICBM missiles, thermonuclear missiles, right? That fire, okay? It's going to leave people standing where they are and their flesh consuming away, you know? That's what the Lord is going to bring us. And this is all prophecy of the Bible, man. That we're coming out here to tell our people to look, man, fear the Lord. Fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Seek him and live, man, because if you don't, hey, man, you're going to feel that heat. You know? Yeah, Isaiah 13 and 9.
So Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9.
Yep.
Behold, the day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua coming, cruel.
And that's what we're telling our people, man. The day of the Lord coming, man. And it's going to be cruel. It's not going to be a good day. You know? What Mr. Rogers says, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's not going to be a beautiful day when the Lord returns, man. You know? Day in the neighborhood. Right. You know? Go ahead.
Cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
Right.
To lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Yeah. The Lord's going to lay this land desolate, man. It's going to be uninhabitable, man. Right?
Just like in the time of Egypt, if you didn't have the blood in your doorposts,
Finished.
you were finished. So in this time, you're not covered by the blood of the Lamb, which is Yahushua.
Right.
This knowledge, scriptures say what? Thy truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yep.
Hey, you done for.
And what